I wasn't sewing the diamonds right. Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I am making my friend a Howl Pendragon coat. A couple months ago I made a Sophie dress out of completely thrifted materials and I absolutely love that cosplay. It's one of my favorite things to wear. And I saw a video online about a flower field kind of around where we live. So I'm hoping that by the time that blooms in the spring that this coat will be done. And then she said that she will make the rest of the cosplay and piece it together. So I'm just going to make the coat and then gift it to her for her birthday along with some other things. So yeah. A few different materials I have. I have this tablecloth. I actually thrifted this originally for my Princess Peach cosplay and then decided not to use it. So I'm gonna use it now. I like it a lot. The detailing's very, very pretty. And then I have this crepe satin. It's gonna be the lining of the coat. So it's very soft. I'm hoping that it'll make a very nice inside. I'm not very good at lining stuff, so this is gonna be my first time like trying to actually line something. I have this dull blue satin that will be the blue parts. And I also bought some trim, and so I'm going to outline all of the diamonds in gold. So I'm very excited about that. I thought about adding like some other details and stuff, but I'm still a little unsure about if I want to or not. So I guess I'll figure that out later. That is what we're starting with. I have the pattern all taped together on the floor. This is the pattern I used. It's like a men's coat, which the coat's supposed to be oversized, so I'm not too worried about it being men's. But I got my friend's measurements and everything, so it should fit or be oversized, which is fine. I'd rather it be oversized than too small. So yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, so to make the diamond fabric, I took a pink diamond and a blue diamond, and I just lined them up at the corners, and then I sewed them together using a straight stitch. And then you do that about 4 or 5 times to create a row, and then you do that again to create a second row, and then you sew those rows together, and you just keep doing that until you have a diamond fabric. I really messed this up the first time because I didn't read the instructions, so I pretty much had to disregard a whole thing of fabric I had made, which really sucked, but if you read the instructions, you should be completely fine.
Okay, so it's been a little bit of time. I got really burnt out. My room was a mess. Whenever my room's a mess, I just like cannot sew because I'm just like, I just get overwhelmed with like my room and then I'm like not gonna sew. So anyway, I think also I was like really gung-ho on this project. And then I like made the front parts of the coat and I'm just not very happy with them if I'm being honest. And that is my part on multiple errors. First error was whenever I was cutting the diamonds out, they're all kind of different sizes because whenever I was using a rotary cutter, I kept accidentally cutting the paper pattern. And so the patterns kept getting smaller and smaller. And then when I was sewing the fabric like to make into the coat, the diamonds kept getting smaller and smaller. So you'll see here in a second kind of what I mean by that. I do have the front 2 pieces of the coat done. So the rest of it should be pretty straightforward. That should be the hardest part, but I guess we'll see. So here's what we have right now. Here is one side of the coat. I need to go through, I'm probably gonna end up serging all of this. Here's the inside. It's not very pretty, but the gold detailing really helps kind of hide where my corners don't necessarily line up. So that's really nice. But here's one side, and then here is the other side. And I don't really know if you could tell, but on one of these, I think it's this is, what? Yeah, the other one was the good one, and then I feel like this is like the bad one. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe if they just looked more similar, it wouldn't be so bad, but I don't know. This one has like one more diamond on it than the other one because these ones were smaller than the diamonds on this coat because the diamonds on this coat or on this side of the coat, were the ones I cut at the beginning, so the diamond was bigger, and then these are the smaller diamonds, so yeah, there's that, and there's this whole other sheet of fabric of diamonds I actually did not use because there's just a lot. I like didn't I wasn't sewing the diamonds right. So there's a lot of like puckers and like, it's ugly. But before I put the trim on, this is kind of what like most of the diamonds look like, where they just didn't really line up perfectly. So yeah, something definitely for me to know going into the future. I don't know. Again, this is just for fun. It's just kind of like a practice sewing project. You're never gonna get better if you don't learn, so this is me learning. But yeah, I mean, my friend who I'm making this coat for said that she didn't really care, because we're just really gonna be taking pictures in these. We're not really gonna be like competing or anything. So yeah, here's them together, but they don't line up at all, so I don't know. I think I'm just being really nitpicky maybe, but yeah. So what I have left I need to do is I need to do the lining, I need to cut out the lining, I need to cut out the collar, I need to cut out the cuffs. I have the sleeves cut out because I just wanted to get that out of the way. But yeah, lots to do. I'm hoping to get this done in the next couple of weeks actually, because my friend who I'm making this for, her birthday is coming up, and so I'm hoping to give this to her for her birthday along with a few other things, so I guess we'll see. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, here's where we're at. It's looking pretty good. I got everything cut out yesterday, so all the lining and the collar and the sleeves and the cuffs and all that jazz. Here's where we're at. So here's the front of the coat. I ended up like trimming it a little bit so they're a little bit more even. I kind of just said the neckline was gonna be whatever. And then here's what the sleeves are gonna look like. I still have to like sew. I don't really know about the cuff, if I'm being honest. I sewed it to like the bottom. I sewed it kind of wrong, I think. But it is what it is. I broke a needle. And so there is a little tiny bit of the needle in the like thick part of the fabric here, so can't get that out. It's fine. It looks really good. Let me tell you my mistake though. Today I went out and I got this trim. It's like this really pretty like beads, and I was gonna put it on the bottom of the coat, and then I was driving home from the fabric store and I was like, how am I gonna put the beads on? Because there's like bias tape that goes all along the edge of the coat. I was like, how's that gonna work? So I might try and figure that out. We'll see. I thought it would just look pretty. So, but anyway, it's looking. It's pretty good. So yeah. So today I'm going to attach the other cuff, started on the lining, maybe try and figure out those beads. It might be a different thing for a different day, but that is where I'm at right now. So let's get into it. Okay, it's a new day. Here is how the coat is looking so far. I got the collar attached. So here's how it's looking. I think once like the lining is in, it's gonna look really pretty like as a contrast. But here's how the collar looks from the outside. And then I also got the cuff, like the gold bit of the cuff sewn on, and it doesn't look great. There was definitely a few mistakes I made when making the cuff. So I put interfacing in it, and in the instructions it said to only put interfacing like in the middle bit and not like leave some room for seam allowance, and I was like, nah, who needs that? But I realized very soon it makes the fabric really, really thick when sewing it together, so there's a reason why you're only supposed to do interfacing on the inside. It's okay. But anyway, so yeah, it's a little really thick right here in the cuff. Didn't actually use bias tape for the gold. I used like a gold ribbon I had, and then I like cut it in half, and so here's how that is. But it's like really ugly because my sewing machine wants to like skip here. You can kind of see it here, like it wants to like skip stitches. So it doesn't look bad from far away, it just looks kind of bad close up, but no one's competing in this. It's not for a commission, so I'm really not worried about it. But yeah, so today I'm hoping to get the lining sewn together and put in the coat, get the other cuff done, and then attach all of the gold bias tape, and then it will be done, which is kind of crazy because I feel like I've been working on this for like 2 weeks, like really on and off, so I'm excited. let's get into it.
So, in theory, linings are very simple. You're just taking the pattern pieces you already have and you're cutting them out the exact same out of a different fabric to line the inside of your garment with. So that's what I did here. I cut out the sleeves and I cut out the back and I just sewed those together. But this fabric was really, really slippery and really hard to work with, and I'm not great at lining, so more to learn in the future.
Okay, so the lining is done. It looks pretty cool. I kind of messed up the sleeves a little bit. I probably should have gathered it more at the top, and instead I did it at the bottom, and so now you can't really raise your arms, but this isn't gonna go on your arms. It's gonna go on your shoulders. Yeah, if it ends up getting messed up, like when I'm trying to attach it, I'll change it, but right now I'm gonna try and sew the lining in. I'm normally really bad at sewing linings, like the 2 times I've done it, so I guess we'll see how this goes. I'm a little nervous, but I'm hoping it'll go good, and I guess the next update will be the coat being done. So yeah.